Hello people, I'm the Real Comic Book Gamer, and here are 5 things you probably didn't know about Deathstroke. These are in no particular order, but it's a list of 5 things, so I had to put them in an order. So, at number 5, we have Deathstroke's actually killed some people. I know, it's surprising, he's actually killed some important people. Generally, most of these mercenary type guys and assassins in the comic universes are touted as these awesome dudes that could kill anyone. They're such badasses, but then it's like, okay, who have they killed? And generally, it's no one. It's just a bunch of no-name characters or their own certain villains. It's no actual big names. Deathstroke actually has killed some pretty big people. He killed Beast Boy in New Teen Titans issue number 10. Just straight up murders him because Deathstroke's just making it, like, he's booking it out of there after the Titans and him fight. He's done. He's just leaving. His part of the job is done, so he's leaving. And then Beast Boy is the only one that sees him. He's like, oh, I'll go and find him. And this was early on. This was like this was before Judas Contract even. So this was before the Titans and Deathstroke really were too familiar with each other. So Beast Boy was like, I can take this guy on alone. He's fighting him. He's like, I got this dude easy. And then Deathstroke straight up kills him. Just kills him, but then like every superhero, he's brought back later. But Deathstroke killed Beast Boy pretty easily, and that's no small feat. Deathstroke also killed Iapetus or Lapetus. I don't know how to say his name, and I'm also confused because in the comic they spell it with an L, but when I googled this guy to see who he was, because outside of Godkiller I never heard of this dude. I'm not big into Greek mythology, but when I googled him they spelled it with an I, but in the comic they spell it with an L. So I'm confused. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Anyways, he was a Titan, which are the guys that were like before the gods. I'm pretty sure. Again, I don't know a whole lot about Greek mythology. Either way, he's a really powerful dude in Greek mythology. And Deathstroke took the Godkiller sword and stabbed his heart and ripped his heart out with the sword. So yeah, that's something that's pretty impressive in my book. And I'd say that's a pretty big feat right there to kill a Titan. He's a tactical genius. Now, anyone that knows Deathstroke knows he is a tactical genius. It's been reading him for a while. But if you've only read him since, I'd say, the beginning of the New 52, so since around 2011 onward, you wouldn't really know that because they don't really show it in the comics that much. He's kind of an idiot that just tries to fight people and likes money, and that's kind of what Deathstroke's been lately. But originally, no, he was a tactical genius. So much so that Superman, who is best friends with Batman, chose Slade over Bruce to have him lead his army to take on Brainiac during Superman Panic in the Sky. Yes, he chose to leave Batman on Earth and chose Slade to leave his army because Brainiac was doing his Brainiac thing and was being evil and all bad, and Deathstroke was the best tactical mind for Superman to choose because Superman had gathered a sort of army to go and infiltrate Brainiac's base and attack him and take him down. He could have chose his best friend Bruce, but he realized that Deathstroke is a much better tactician, so he chose Deathstroke to go and lead his army into there to take down Brainiac. And I think that says a lot. Superman, Clark Kent, who is best friends with Bruce, is like, nah, even though he's my best friend, I know that Slade's much better tactician than him. And also we've seen him display his tactical genius and prowess and stuff, like when he took down the Justice League, excluding like the Trinity and stuff, during Identity Crisis. But yeah, if you've just been reading his newer stuff, then you wouldn't really know that he's a really smart dude. At number 3, we have how he lost his eye, because not a whole lot of people know how he lost his eye, especially since every single animated incarnation DC likes to retell how he lost his eye. In Beware the Batman, he shot his own C4. In Son of Batman, Damian stabbed his eye out. They like to tell you every time he shows up, oh, this is how he lost his eye, this is how he lost his eye, and it's always retarded. But how he actually lost his eye was his wife, Adeline, shot it out. Now, the reasoning behind that was that their son got kidnapped, and their son was at this warehouse, and like, hey, meet us here, you know, it's a ransom thing. They go to meet them there, and Deathstroke is sitting there looking at his son, who's got a knife to his throat, and his wife's just like, yeah, just give him the information that they need, because they want to know something about a prior contract that Deathstroke did. But Deathstroke, you know, like client intel, he's not into that sort of thing because he's a respectful merc. He's not going to tell them stuff about another client, and he believes in his own skills to kill these dudes before they can slice his son's neck. So he kills the dudes, but his son does get his vocal cords cut, so he's a mute. He can't talk after that. He is fine, but he is a mute. but his wife got extremely pissed about that, the fact that he would put their son's life in danger purely to have a good rep as a mercenary, and that he believed in his own skills that much and everything, just instead of giving them information to save their son's life for sure. So she tried to kill him. She saw how crazy and obsessed he had gotten with his whole mercenary thing. She's like, that's it, I'm gonna kill him. She went point blank, put a gun behind his head, pulled the trigger. He was so fast that he was able to react in time to move out of the way to where it just took his eye out, and that's how he lost his eye, which I think is much better than DC has tried to retell it in all, well, not retell it, but just completely redo it in all these animated incarnations. At number 2, we have he's bested a lot of people. Again, this is another thing to where if you read his recent stuff, you wouldn't really know this, because towards the end of his New 52, his second New 52 run, he got the crap beaten out of him by everyone. He got destroyed by Red Hood, he got destroyed by Ra's al Ghul, and he just looked like a punk and he couldn't do anything. But in his earlier stuff, in his Marv Wolfman days, he beat up a lot of people. He took down a building on Aquaman. Aquaman was clearly just had outmatched Deathstroke because he's so much stronger, more durable than him, but Deathstroke was able to outsmart him and take a building down on him, and that's how he's able to sort of escape Aquaman. And also he's taken down Batman, just a pure fight. He just destroyed Batman. Only way Batman was able to do anything was a surprise attack, because Batman pretended to be KO'd, and then Batman surprise attacked him, and then Slade just instantly just knocks him out after that. He also fought Batman another time to where something happened in a book to where basically a big explosion happened. It caused it was really weird. It was one of those weird stupid comic book things, but basically Deathstroke was caused to go to where he had a better healing factor, but he became really stupid. Like, it even said in the book, like, he's not as smart as he used to be, and when he's fighting people, he's like, I don't know if the old Deathstroke would have made these decisions or not, if he would have been this stupid, because for some reason this infected like how he was. But when he fought Batman in this, he took him down, just destroyed him in hand-to-hand, but Batman was able to surprise him and get him like in handcuffs, but then Deathstroke escaped, so he's able to take him down there. He's also taken down Green Arrow and Black Canary at the same time, and those two are no small feats, because Black Canary is one of the best martial artists in the DC universe, and this was during when during Green Arrow Road to Jericho, where Green Arrow completely revamped himself and became a great fighter, because prior to this, Green Arrow was an okay brawler, but he wasn't that great of a fighter. But then during Road to Jericho, he made himself a top tier DC fighter. And yeah, he also took down Hawkman in the New 52. He's taken down a lot of people, and like I said before, he took down the Justice League. He's taken down Wally West, the Flash. He's done a lot of stuff to where it's just really impressive, and lately he's been kind of a chump. And the number one thing you probably didn't know about Deathstroke is he took down the X-Men with the help of a bunch of parademons. So he had like a squad of parademons, because Darkseid hired him to help him sort of get control of the Phoenix, because Darkseid's plan was to do all this energy stuff to get the Phoenix to him, so that way he could control the Phoenix, because he's Darkseid and he's crazy like that, and that was his plan. So he hired Deathstroke to help him, and Deathstroke, with an army of parademons, well, a squad of parademons, was able to take down the X-Men. It would have been really cool. The story is very disappointing because a lot of stuff happens off panel. It's like Wolverine and Deathstroke have a short little conversation, and then a few panels later, Wolverine just kind of like chained up. We see that they took down Wolverine, and it's like, okay, why couldn't we see him take down Wolverine? I want to see how he did it. Did a Parademon do it? Did Deathstroke do it? No. We do see him take down Colossus, but that was it. The others, we see him fight them for a second, but there's no actual, like, prolonged fight to where, okay, this is who won. But in the end, we do see that Deathstroke and his Parademons prevailed, and they captured the X-Men. But again, there was no actual on-panel stuff that happened that was that big. It was kind of disappointing, but it was cool to see, like, in their minds what was going on, because when Deathstroke's fighting Wolverine, he's like, holy crap, this dude's super fast. And then on Wolverine's side, he's like, holy crap, Deathstroke is super fast. I didn't know anyone was this fast. So they're both like incredibly impressed with each other when they're fighting each other. And yeah, it was an interesting story, nothing that great, but yeah, Deathstroke and his squad of parademons took down the X-Men, which is another thing that's pretty impressive. Anyways, please let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video or not. Give it a like if you did, subscribe maybe if you want more, and also let me know if you actually didn't know any of this stuff, or it was all just stuff that you knew because you just know everything about comics and this video was useless to you. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I've been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, guess I like the lonely vibe. But they'll never know, cause I'm always on my grind, and I live a lonely life, and I'm never getting stressed, cause I gotta stay